I heard you lost 16 songs. Do you mind talking about
I don't mind. It just puts me in it puts me in a dark place.
it? If it puts you in a dark
but
place,
um
okay.
but nah. So back in 2016, 17, I want to
Hmm.
say. Uh just getting into the mindset of, okay, let me give this a shot. Let me give this music thing a shot. And I had songs that I had wrote, I had beats picked out, and this was before the setup that I had. I literally just had a USB microphone and my MacBook Pro, and I was using Logic Pro X at the time, and I was just recording. Like I was literally in this room, basically. Like I was before it was all of this. I was just recording, and for like a good week of recording, and recorded the last song that I did. I was listening back to everything and turned everything off, went to sleep. Woke up the next day, getting ready to turn stuff on, thinking about like, okay, I want to try to get all this stuff mixed and mastered, so I got to figure out how to do this. Turn on my computer, and it said my fucking hard drive was corrupted.
Yo, wait, you didn't know me then? Okay, to be fair.
Nah,
Okay.
nah, 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 nah. I knew nobody. I knew nobody at this point. You know what I mean? And I was like, what the fuck? Like I couldn't get into it. So actually, there was one person that was actually at my job that he does like the computers and stuff at my job. So I was bugging out. Like I was really, really like pissed off. Like I was like, what
Uh,
the fuck? Like it's always something. And I was just like,
mhm.
I don't want to do this anymore. So like I talked to my mom. She was like, yo, why don't you try to, speak to this gentleman and see if he can do something with it. Bring it to him. He was with it for about, I left it with him for a day.
Uh-huh.
Came back the next day and he was like, we got it open, whatever. I go to look, nothing else. I'm looking at the 16 songs, looking for the 16 songs that I did. Because it was supposed to be a project. That was gonna be like my first project. They were gone.
Uh,
They were
yeah.
gone. I was like, are you fucking serious? You can't be serious right now. Like I almost cried. I swear to God. I almost cried.
I believe
So
it.
close to crying, bro. Like, and then I'm talking to Thought Provoker. I'm talking to my brother. I'm talking to DJ. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I don't even know what to do right now. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Just try to record it again.
Mhm.
Recorded everything again. Took me about another week or two. I wasn't feeling it though. Like it wasn't the same type of vibe and energy that I
Yeah.
had when I first recorded it. So I
Mhm.
wasn't really feeling it like that. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just get this shit out the way. I had a boy that knew somebody that does mix and mastering.
Mhm.
I sent it out to him. He sent me it back. I was not liking what I was hearing, and it sucked because I've heard his work before. I've heard
Mhm.
him work with other people, and I've heard the songs back, and I was like, yo, that shit sounds kind of dope. Okay, I trust you. Why is my shit not sounding like that? Like I didn't understand it. So I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? Like, what? Maybe this isn't meant for me to do. And I was just like, you know what? I'm about to say fuck it. I was on a whole phone call with Thought Provoker, my brother, DJ, and we just sitting there, and I'm literally telling him like I'm not doing this anymore. Like I'm quitting. This was 2017. Like I'm quitting. Like I'm not doing this anymore. Like I'm not doing nothing. And this is after a meeting that we all had as far as like what we're gonna need moving forward. We was
Mhm.
talking about We need to find an engineer to find quality music. We need to find a cameraman to do visuals. We need to start making merch. All of this type of shit to try to, get us into the realm of taking this serious and going to the next level with this shit. And then I start getting this music back, and I'm like, I'm not liking how this sounds. I'm not putting this the fuck out. Well, fuck it. I'm not doing this anymore. Like this is I've been working on this for months.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I'm getting back. And I'm like, nah, I'm not fucking with this. So then after that conversation, Thought Provoker tells me, yo, I got this session out in Long Island. Just roll with me. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm not doing anything because I wasn't working on anything at that time. I go with him, literally in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, there's a studio out here? Like, what the fuck is this? So we get there, and this is when I actually formally got introduced to J Cloud, which is crazy because neither one of us was supposed to meet each other.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So like he was supposed to be in the city somewhere. I wasn't even my session. So somebody else was supposed to engineer the session. So it timed itself out correctly at that time because I was listening to Thought Provoker stuff in there. Shit sounded amazing. And I was like, I need this quality. Like, what's going on here? So I asked him, like, yo, what do you charge to do mix and masters? Because I'm still thinking maybe he could save the songs that I got.
Mm-hmm.
After I left there, I'm like, you know what? Me and him spoke. Me and Thought Provoker spoke, and we was like, you know what, yo, why don't we just split the bill on a session? Go in there, do like 6 hours, and just record music. Maybe like a month later, we booked a 6-hour session. Me and Thought, we was in there back to back songs. He did like 9. I did probably like 6.
Okay.
And it just sounded amazing. After that day, I was locked in after that. And I never had a thought since 2018. I never had a thought of quitting music again. It didn't matter what was going on. There could be some bullshit happening, trials and tribulations happening. I never had a thought about quitting music ever again after that. So those 16 songs, that was the last time I was like, you know what, I'm gonna quit. Like I don't want to do this anymore. That was the last time.
And now you're just doing your thing now. Now you're just rocking out.
Pretty much, yeah. That's how that happened. Cause though that whole 16 song situation, I felt that shit, boy. I felt that shit so crazy. Like, man. Like even looking at that video, like I was just like, yeah, I remember that shit. I was in a bad place, boy. Listen, a bad fucking place. But I had to go through that to where I'm at right now. So all of that happened for a reason. Like I wasn't supposed to put that music out because that stuff wasn't ready. You know what I mean? So like it was just, I guess you could say, God stopping me from, not putting out the stuff that I'm supposed to, not putting out that, but focusing on the stuff that I'm supposed to put out.
Yeah.
Because now
sure.
I don't have that problem. I don't have, thank God, but like I don't have that problem where it's an issue for me to put something out. And I think that's why I go as hard as I do, because it's just like, okay, create it, do this, shoot this, edit this, put it out. You know what I mean? So all of that had to happen for, those 16 songs, which will probably never see the light of day.
Yeah, those
You know
are.
what I mean? Which is
Yeah,
fine. That's cool.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I don't have a problem with that. But that had to happen for this to happen.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I always wondered the story behind that. It was just like 16 songs. I was like,
oh yeah, 16, bro. That was like a whole mixtape.
I think it's
A whole
because
mixtape.
how you said it though. You're like,
Oh, yeah.
I lost 16 songs. I was like, oh, say what? 16 songs,
Yeah,
bro. That's crazy.
16, man. 16.
Yeah,
like it was so crazy. Like I was even in my coworker's office. The same dude that was on the podcast. I'm in his office. I'm venting to him. Like I'm like, I don't want to do this shit no more. And he was like, damn. Like I was everybody that I was talking to. I did not want to do this shit anymore. That was like the last straw for me.
Yeah.
But you know,
shout out
years later, I'm still here, man.
Shout out to your team for being positive, supporting.
Man. Salute to them for sure. Like they literally talked me off a ledge, man. Like no pun intended. Like because I was about to throw all this shit. We would not be having this conversation right now. We would not be having this conversation. Not about music, not about nothing. It just wouldn't be a thing if I really stuck to that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So salute to them, man. They really, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the team members. But speaking of Mr. 5 Albums, aka Thought Provoker, actually ties into my next question that I'm gonna put up.